Greetings, Kratic here. We're going to talk really quick about this Tal Frozen Orb build, which is sweeping the leaderboards, I'm sure. Actually, this is the lowest performing set for the Wizard right now, but it's a lot of fun to twink out and just, go ham on the leaderboards if you like this playstyle, this ranged playstyle. Anyways, to get started, we have the double set. We have the Og Hills and Captain Crimsons, so you're going to be gearing a little bit more with resource and cooldown with this build. But I have some neat twists and turns because we are not running convention of elements with this setup. So it's a little bit different in the COE build. COE builds, when you see them on the leaderboard, typically include maybe Ashnagars in the cube, with Galvanizing Ward passive. Well, Unity allows you in this setup to have a bit more freedom with all the little extra things in the build. You don't need as much toughness on gear. You can gear just a tad more area damage, a tad more resource, a tad more cooldown, You can gear, this last passive or these last two passives, they're freed up, right? So the little things, they kind of add up together. This gear slot right here, you can place the Shaman Seer, so a lot of things that the Unity is affording you, as well as whenever you get those big rifts with like 4 to 5 elite packs and a conduit pylon, you can survive them. So that's one of the big things that I like about this setup is there's more raw damage reduction from the Captain Crimsons, from, safe passage. We're running safe passage here. From the Unity, from just having all of that extra toughness from the Halo of Carini, So really good setup. Excited to present the rest of it here. So it is triple weapon. So it's Wizard Spike, Unstable Scepter, and Triumvirate, which makes it difficult defensively. So that's why I'm, putting emphasis on the defensive side. Even still, there is a lot of nicety with the offensive side of this build. It's not like DMO. You don't have to put down bubbles. There's no requirements. It's free and easy to DPS enemies, which is really appealing to me. I kind of like it. And yeah, so one of the cool things with this build is it's a non-shielding build, and you are relying on life per hit. So we put that on the bracer for recovery. You don't necessarily need it with the Unity build. This is another nicety. You can use all 3 of your weapon affixes for either damage, attack speed, cooldown, or resource, right? I prefer to emphasize the resource, even though cooldown is a highlight with the evocation in the mix, right? So we do have 52% cooldown. That's going to help out with our offensive rotation. I am running Spell Steal just because even though we could run Absolute Zero here to get the cold elemental increase, my additive damage right now, especially with having the elemental exposure passive, not Unwavering Will, is lower. And with another nicety of the Unity, you don't necessarily need 45% skill damage on gear. You can run just skill damage on the boots, skill damage on the helm, and then for the source, you can run a different affix, which is kind of nice. And then you run Spell Steal to make up the additive damage that you don't have. And it works out quite nicely. Spell Steal also decreases the damage enemies deal, so it's kind of nice there as well. Yeah, so pretty nice build. Chain Reaction, of course, is just there for the element, fire, cold, and then we have Arcane from the Spell Steal, and then the Lightning from Piercing Orb. Piercing Orb is going to help out with APOC. Because I've placed so much resource in the build just to get toughness up, you don't really need that much in terms of returns on Arcane Power, but having the APOC here is still nice. In the case that you don't get the resource rolls, I wanted to keep it open, so a Piercing Orb can return more Arcane Power in this way. And we also have the Shaman Seer restoring Arcane Power. Now you have so much resource cost reduction in this build that you won't need to use, there's not as much benefit from restoring the Arcane Power here. You don't necessarily need that portion of this bonus. Where Shaman Seer comes into effect and becomes valuable is the attack speed. It makes it so much easier to keep up your triumvirate and also stack stricken faster. You can, because it reduces the amount of frames required to cast your signature, it means you are spamming your frozen orbs more often to basically as much as possible during the rift, which helps out immensely. Now, even though we can slot a little bit more area damage in the build, you cannot go full out, or at least I don't like to go full out with this setup just because cooldown reduction and resource are so appealing. So with the Captain Crimsons, so I have placed 90% via area damage shoulders and quad gloves, if you can get them. Also getting attack speed on the gloves and the other ring is actually quite useful. This gets you down to 28 frames, I believe, on your frozen orb. Yep, which is really nice. If you can at least get to 30, it's quite nice. What we are doing here, though, is we're running the Enchantress, but not Focused Mind. We're actually running Fate Slaps for the Second Life passive. Getting that extra cooldown with Prophetic Harmony is also nice, and I just like to run Powered Shield for the toughness, especially for this build. And anyway, that's an overview of this build. It's actually pushing quite far with even low Paragons, and I'm excited to show you. So alternate passives, real quick before we go, are going to be Unwavering Will. If your weapon did not roll fire for whatever reason, or maybe arcane, I would go Unwavering Will like I did in my push for the 122 clear. Really good defensively, as well as giving a little bit more additive. Blur is also an option here, or you can go Unstable Anomaly here and then run the Enchantress's attack speed, and then you would basically roll off one ring affix for some other maybe more area damage. One more tidbit is that during the run I had Vitality gloves. I did not have extra area damage. I also had Vitality on my shoulders in place of area damage, so when I did the run I ran without Paragon and Vitality. However, if you don't have these things and you have perfected gear, you will need to put a little bit of Paragon and Vitality just to keep your life pool up to about 600k. 650 is kind of a sweet spot, somewhere in there. Would be very nice to just help you out that little bit extra. We are running, since this is a life per hit build, we're going to run armor gems and then focus on armor. And even still, I think you can trade off armor on the belt for life percent. That is a little bit more valuable there. So just to have that 1 life percent affix. And yeah, it's a really good build. Quite enjoyed playing it, pushing it, and I hope you enjoy it for future seasons. Good hits, good hits, good hits. Let's move. Pylon, hey, it's a conduit. Let's pull him up. And let's hope we don't die. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Let's hope there's a bonus pack on the bottom. Ooh, that arcane. There is. This is a nice blue. Maybe they're health link? They are health link. Alright, let's move. Double festering. Oh my goodness. And a summoner pack. This is good, this is good, this is good. It looks like Scavenger, Ghost, Archer mix. This is a good mob type for this build. Summoner 5-pack, blue. Ooh, we have another blue pack. Ooh. Paragon, please. Please no. Please don't do that. Picked up some more trash. Cleaning house here. I think I want to kill this one pack because we might get another pylon after this. And they are summoning ads, so it's like easy to stick around. And I don't want to pull any additional packs in just yet. Alright, now we can move a little bit. Alright, let's go up. So we have an archer pack, Waller, shielding with a speed pylon. I'm going to go ahead and click it. I don't think I have to kill the elites. I think I just need to do damage to the trash. Might be a good focus right now. I think these gold ores be good progress. So we'll just focus on them. Hello, welcome in. And we get the power pylon. How about that? Almost got these gold cores down. One. Two. Oh, this yellow might actually fall. No, let's just keep doing trash. We have 1%. Who is it? It's Bone Warlock. Stack a little bit of stricken here. I think we're gonna go ahead and pile on now. Where's the RG? There he is. Good hits, good hits. And here we have it. 2 minutes remaining. Wow. On 122. GG's. Yeah, this is good. This is good. All right, so there you have your GR122 122 clear. I am running Unwavering Will. You can run EE if you want, or Second Life passive, Blur. These are all good passives. But this combination, Safe Passage with Spell Steal, and I'm running Unity instead of Convention Relevance. So more of a lower Paragon, like 1500. I'm 1500 right now, and I do have some augments, but not fully auged. So I think 8 augments is what I have, so about halfway augmented. And I don't even have as much life per hit as I would prefer, so actually a nice build. We are running, you can do a lot of things with the Unity. You can you can queue Shayma Del Seer instead of like Ashnagars or Aquila. You can, or some other toughness item, right? And then you can put a little bit more additive damage on your build, you know. I think you can sacrifice it here because we are running Spell Steal instead of Absolute Zero, so that was one area. Like, I think if I had Perfected Gear, I might go Absolute Zero, but Spell Steal is rather nice here. And then we're running Second Life passive on the Enchantress with Chord of the Sherma. So it does detract from your black hole pulls, but makes life a lot easier for surviving like dangerous elite packs, dangerous mobs, that sort of thing. So very good, clear, and very, very happy with this. Let's see what rank we made. Rank 2. Rank 2, Tal Rasha clear. Greater of 122. Oh, goodness. You know what, I feel like we could actually do 123 with the same build. And with a Unity build, no less. It's a pretty good build. Yeah, just spam and spam, and you eventually clear. Get a good conduit though. Yeah. Anyways, that was a good rift.